A Lamau. What is up, guys? You got II here today, once again, back again, stealing Illusion's intro for today's match versus Hiker Toad for NPL Minors Week something. I'm sure it'll be on the video, but today we are playing, or we were playing Hiker, and I'm bringing you my team for his team. And Hiker actually has a pretty threatening team. He has Celesteela, Mega Charizard X, Rotom Wash, Nidoqueen, Piloswine, Uxie, Alolan Persian Z, TERRATTACKIONs Z, Decidueye, Zangoose, and Comfy. And I'm still rocking the mons I have previously from the past. Manaphy, Z Latios, Dugtrio, Mega Arrow, Z Rotom Heat, Cobalion, Mawile, Donphan, Sneasel, Trevenant, Lanoon, and Veselvor. So, looking at his team, TERRATTACKION is a huge threat for me, as is Comfy, as is Zangoose, as is Mega Charizard X, and Celesteela. So he's a bunch of big threats versus me, and in order to make sure that I don't lose to Dragon Dance, Charizard, or Scarf TERRATTACKION, I decided to bring Scarf Dugtrio this week with the Earthquake, Toxic, Rock Tomb, and the Memento. Pretty straightforward. Next up we have Manaphy with Calm Mind, Rest, Scald, and the Rain Dance. So Manaphy can win this game fairly easily if he's not like a scarfed offensive Rotom. The idea here is actually to get a Baton Pass from Veselvor into Manaphy and set up and win. Will we be able to pull it off? Who knows? You'll see soon enough, but that's the idea behind that. Next up we have Rotom Heat with the Light Clay, Light Screen, Reflect, Full Switch, and Overheat. Max HP, max defense with a bit in speed. This is basically my switch into Celesteela if it becomes a problem, as is it's also my switch into Piloswine if it also becomes an issue, and we will just work offline for now. But yeah, okay, so I did a playtest for this, and Decidueye caused a lot more. It was a lot more of a problem than I initially anticipated, so Rotom Heat is basically there to help prevent Decidueye from setting up and winning. So that is the idea behind that. And next up we have Donphan with the Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, Toxic, and Earthquake, max HP, max defense, in order to help me switch into Charizard X. But yeah, that's the idea behind that. And next up we have a Veselvor. Now this is a pretty interesting Veselvor set. We are the Infestation Baton Pass Acid Armor Recovery set. And the idea behind this is to trap Piloswine, set up with Acid Armor, and then Baton Pass into Manaphy and win the game. Will we be able to pull it off? Who knows? But that's the idea behind that. Enough speed, I believe, to outspeed as fast as I'm on this team, which is the Alolan Persian. Acid Armor to help boost the defense, so I can take on Adamant Piloswine, and then Infestation Trap, then Baton Pass, obviously, to get out of there and bring it into something that could help win the game. And last but not least, we have Mr. Blue Sky with the Thunderbolt, Psychic, Calm Mind, and Recover. So with this investment, I can basically take non-attack invested heavy slams from Celesteela and easily recover up on those. So that is the idea behind that. Psychic Z to help blow back things like Charizard X, Rotom Wash, Nidoqueen, and the Piloswine. So yeah, let's just hop right into the match. So he brought pretty much most of his threats. He brought Celesteela, TERRATTACKION, Rotom Wash, Alolan Persian, Comfy, and the Piloswine. So let's hop right into it. So I lead with Southern Knights, and I'm like, alright, it's time to win this game. Let's trap this thing, and let's start setting up Acid Armors, as he reveals to be Icicle Spear, which is definitely interesting. Did not see that coming. I thought it'd be like Icicle Crash, but I just go for the Acid Armor, getting my +2 defense ready to go, and thankfully he does not get 5 hits, as we are now able to live an Ice Shard from that range and recover up as he reveals the Toxic. So that's a bit unfortunate for us, but now we can just set up some Acid Armors as he repeatedly goes for Toxic, probably expecting me to Baton Pass into something else. But again, I do have the Rain Dance on Manaphy, so I'm just going to go to the Baton Pass now and try and win the game. So I go into Brandy as he misses the Toxic, which is unfortunate, of course. And I believe I go for a Calm Mind here. And unless it's like offensive Rotom, the game is pretty much mine at this point. And it turns out it is Scarf offensive Rotom. And I go for a Scald here just to scout how much damage it does. I get a crit, although it doesn't end up mattering. and I make a huge misplay here. I I wasn't in the right mindset while I was playing this game. I don't know what was going on, but I completely missed out on the fact that he is scarfed at this point in the match. So I'm like, alright, we can take those. Let's go for another Calm Mind. But, yeah. I was not paying attention enough that match, so I go for Calm Mind, which is another huge misplay this game. So I realize my mistake, and I go into Nuff, and as he goes for a Thunderbolt one more time, as I believe now, I just go for my Stone Rocks. And that is what I do. As he goes into Lone Persian, he goes for knockoff, which is also unfortunate. I just wanted Toxic off on Rotom Watch, which I thought would come back in maybe on a Persian, or on a parting shot and try to defog them away, but now he's just going to go for the departing shot. And basically heal Piloswine back almost to full. I can't really touch Piloswine with this set, but I can set up screens, and that is exactly what I'm going to do, as he just goes for the Toxic again. Don't need too much health on Rotom at this point in the match, so I just go right back into Manaphy, trying to get some more leftovers recovery and try and get my Rain Dance rest off, as he just goes for the defog now, which is a good play on his part. Rocks definitely hurt him in the long run, but now Latios is in, and I believe I just set up a Calm Mind. He doesn't know if I'm Gigavolt Havoc. If I am, I knock it out, but to scout, I just go for the Thunderbolt. I didn't want to go for the Z-Psychic there, just in case he wanted to switch. I do go for the Z-Psychic here, because if I didn't, Piloswine wouldn't be knocked out. So that's the reasoning behind that. As I go for a second again, expecting maybe for him to double, as he just goes for the Heavy Slam at this point. And judging from the damage, I know he is a bit intact invested, as I can now just recover back up. I know he's going to switch, but I didn't want to risk it. I need Latios healthy for in-game. So now I go into Rotom Heat as he goes for the Icicle Spear. And gets 2 hits at time. Doesn't really matter at this point in the match. But Toxic is going to wear me down, as I believe I just go for the Reflect at this point. Once again, if he wants to defog it away, so be it. But now I can just Volt Switch into the Manaphy. Or no, I go for the Light Screen, because at +1 Comfy can kill Manaphy with that range, and I needed the Light Screen at that point so Manaphy could live, because that's pretty much my only way of killing Calm Mind Comfy. So, yeah, Comfy was definitely a huge threat. I definitely overlooked it in hindsight, but now I can start Calm Minding alongside him as he goes for a Taunt, which was a good play. So now I'm forced to go for the Scald at this point, as he goes for Jane Kiss just to get back some health. Now, from that damage, I know he's Pixie Plate, max special attack, max HP. So, yeah, the whole point now is to pretty much stall him out of Draining Kisses and try to Calm Mind and beat him. So that is what happened over the next couple of turns. So we'll just skip through these. Yeah, we get all the way up to +5 here for me, and then +6 for him. Yeah, eventually I do manage to end up beating him this way, and so another misplay, huge misplay of the match. I was not counting rain turns, and I go for the rest this turn, and guess what? The rain ends. So now I am asleep. So that potentially pretty much cost me it potentially cost me the match there. So I go for Rocks, I go into Dompan here because that's my way. Switch it into TERRATTACKION. Didn't really think he'd switch. And if he did kill TERRATTACKION, I had to trio to trap him. I did not know he was Shed Shell, which I found out. A good prep on his part. I thought he might have been Shucka maybe. As now I just go into Manaphy, try and waste some more turns as he goes for Seed Bomb. Gets a critical hit, unfortunately, as I try to go for a Rain Dance and rest up again. As he goes into Rotom, he makes a really good play there. As I now go into Dugtrio here, as he tries to Volt Switch out. And, yeah, he goes back into TERRATTACKION. I almost Earthquake there. I was so close to Earthquaking, but I didn't, and I go for Rock Tomb, which could have, it's probably, yeah, definitely mattered, but I definitely regret not going for Earthquake there. I was very close to doing it, but I did not. As he now goes into Celesteela, as I just killed that with a Thunderbolt. And now now he just goes into Pillow Swine, and I don't really have any good switch into this, especially now that Rodent Heath is weakened and toxic. So he goes to Bicycle Spear, as I'm just going to try and get up a Reflect, I believe, as that is what I do. And yeah, now I go right back out into Latios, as that's pretty much my only way of winning this game now. And I start going for Calm Mind, I believe. Yep, and that is exactly what I do. So I go for the Calm Mind there, as he goes for Draining Kiss, and I'm just trying to get to enough where I can live a knockoff from a Lone Persian. I try to go for recovery. He makes very good plays, go for the taunts to stop me from recovering, so props to him for doing that. But yeah, I just go in and attack Cellor here. Don't really need it anymore. So yeah, now I just go for the recover. Actually, I go for the recover as he goes for the Parting Shot, and that was probably a misplay because I did not know that he was Rock Polished TERRATTACKION, and now TERRATTACKION pretty much just sweeps me. So definitely good plays and good prep on his part. I don't think I prepped for Comfy enough. TERRATTACKION was a bit iffy. I thought if he was going to be Rock Polish, he'd be Z TERRATTACKION, but he was the Lone Persian, so that's why I was wary of it, but I didn't think he had it, and that overall cost me the match, along with my misplays with Nerfy. But other than that, definitely a good game to Hiker. Hopefully I'm not too washed up, but yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more content. Peace.